Aggregation, data cubes, and materialized views. Not every data warehouse is necessarily a column store. Traditional row-oriented database and a few other architectures are also used. However, columnar storage can be significantly faster for ad hoc analytical queries, so it is rapidly gaining popularity. Let me just check, where did we stop last video? One, two.
What you didn't yet have is a real system.
Yeah, we stop here. However, columnar storage can be significantly faster for ad hoc analytical queries, so it is rapidly gaining popularity. Another aspect of data warehouses that is worth mentioning briefly is materialized aggregates. As discussed earlier, data warehouse queries often involve an aggregate function such as count, sum, average, mean, or max in SQL. So these operations are increasingly important or increasingly being used because it's a combination of data in materialized aggregates. That's why this data cubes in materialized view is important. Actually, we will dig deeper on this because it's also a pretty complicated topic. So, but the key here is that not all column storage or analytic storage engine is a column store. Traditional row-oriented and a few other architecture also use. However, for ad hoc analytical queries, columnar storage won. One way of creating such a cache is a materialized view. In a relational data model, it is often defined like a standard virtual view, a table-like object whose contents are the results of some query. So, in order for those aggregate function to be fast, we will create a cache name materialized view. So that's what actually means by materialized view. It's a cache in a relational data model. It is often defined like a standard virtual view, a table-like object whose contents are the results of some query. So it's still a table object. So in a relational database, it's still a table or a virtual table contents that are the result of another query. The difference is that a materialized view is an actual copy of the results written to disk, whereas virtual view is just a shortcut for writing queries. So there's a virtual view concept in relational database, which is a shortcut for writing queries, kind of like um, trying to point something, your pointer to a storage database, just like my PostgreSQL to S3 storage and or a B tree pointing to another branch in the tree. But the difference in storage, analytical storage engine is that this is an actual copy of the query results written already or committed to the disk. When you read from a virtual view, the SQL engine expands it into the view's underlying query on the fly and then processes the expanded query. So when you read the virtual view, it expanded by pointing to the actual data, but there's like a reference, like a hint that this view provide, but it's different from this analytic storage. So predicate push down, this is not bitmap yet. Predicate equal where condition, where product underscore sk equal 31. Predicate pushdown means apply filters as early as possible, ideally at storage scan time. Without predicate pushdown bad, you scan all rows, load columns, apply where filter, discard 99.9% of rows. So a predicate pushdown really do not filter a search. So instead of all the rows, only the most important to our goals. So apply filter as early as physically possible, ideally at storage scan time. So this is done during scan. Remember, analytic storage engine is scan heavy, so predicate pushdown are being applied to it. Scan only column product underscore escape. Identify matching rows early. Only load matching rows from other columns. So you scan the needed column or the most likely column and then identify the match rows early. So it means once you get it, stop, like if equal equal, return, only load matching rows from other columns. Relation to bitmap. Predicate pushdowns create the bitmap. Product underscore sk equal equal 31. Bitmap colon 0010001000010 dot dot dot. So what makes the bitmap that used for RLE encoding is actually the predicate pushdown. Column pruning decides what to load. Predicate pushdown decides which rows matter. They work together but are different. So a column, so that's the different. Predicate pushdown is not actually about choosing what column. That's column pruning. You decide what column to load. A predicate pushdown decide which rows matter. They work together but are different. Aggregate planning, this is where your confusion is. You ask, is aggregate planning where it aggregates and returns to the analyst? Not yet. Aggregate planning is deciding how aggregation will be done, not doing it. Example query, select store underscore sk, comma, count asterisk, next line from sales, next line where product underscore sk equal 31, next line group by store underscore sk semicolon. Aggregate planning decides hash aggregation or sort aggregation, one phase or two phase, parallel or local, pre-aggregate or final aggregate. So these are kind of planning how the operation will be done. You will select first, then from sales, then where product, then group by. Physical options, strategy, hash aggregate when used low cardinality groups. Strategy sort aggregate when used data already sorted. Strategy partial aggregate when used distributed systems. Strategy vectorize aggregate when used columnar engines. So vectorize, that's related, highly related to CPU architecture concept because those are combination of like integers in a scalar, kind of like array view that allows it to execute it fast. So there's a special execution units that are dedicated for CPU on that. That's why columnar storage are able to scan those huge number of columns and rows in a short period of time. CPU view, aggregate planning, chooses SIMD friendly loop versus hash table insert versus tree reduction. Only after planning does execution happen. Buffer writes as LSM in column stores disconnect directly to your LSM understanding. Problem, column stores are compressed, are sorted, cannot update in place. Solution, same LSM. Write buffer in memory, sorted, immutable disk segments, background merge. Vertica / BigQuery model was write optimized store to memtable. ROS, read optimize store to SS table. Yes, this is literally LSM, just columnar. If memory crashes, wall slash redo logs, replicas, rebuild ROS from logs, some guarantees as databases, you know.